I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia about 24 years ago. I suffered lots of pain and muscle weakness and muscle pain. I wanted to try stem cells because I've heard that they regenerate the body, and that's what I needed. I needed something. We've done quite a lot of research, and all the signs from people are very good. There's been lots of testimonials that people have said that they've helped shoulders, knees, feet, MS, so something that's systemic or neurological. I'm feeling a lot more flexible. I'm feeling, yes, I've got more energy. I just feel that the stem cells will go around my body and find places that need help and will hopefully help me.
Can you please tell me what's your name, where you're from, and what brought you to the clinic?
Okay, my name is Wendy and I'm from the UK, and what brought me to the clinic in the first place was my fibromyalgia. I have had this condition for over 20 years and I suffer lots of pain and muscle weakness and muscle pain, and so this is my last attempt to have stem cells to try and help myself.
Have you ever tried stem cells before coming to our clinic?
I've never tried stem cells before coming to this clinic.
When was you diagnosed?
I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia about 24 years ago.
And what have you tried to cope with the condition?
So I've tried lots of different therapies, physiotherapy, there's not a lot that out there that the doctors can give me. They want to give me painkillers, but I felt that if I was on painkillers for the condition, I would be on them for the rest of my life, and that wouldn't be a good option. So I just manage it with exercise and diet and just keeping going, really, just trying to not sit around too much, try to stretch, try to just keep moving. And that helps me. Staying positive helps me, and just not letting it beat me. But I'm getting older and I'm feeling that I need a little more help with it now.
Okay. And how did you come up with the idea of trying stem cells?
Well, I researched stem cells myself a few years ago and thought it was incredible, and stem cells is not widely known about in the UK, and I just thought this is the next big thing and it's going to help so many people if these cells can home in on illnesses or problems with your body, that can mend them or make new ligaments or whatever. So I looked at it and then I left it and didn't do anything, and then recently my husband has been quite worried about me and my family. So Ken found Swiss Medica on the internet, did lots of research. We looked at other stem cell centres and we felt this was the best. So that's why we're here.
And do you remember the moment, what do you specifically read or heard about stem cells that you decided to try?
I wanted to try stem cells because I've heard that they regenerate the body, and that's what I needed. I needed something. I also have issues with my feet. I have no ligaments in my ankles, and I was hoping for some regeneration there. I wish I'd done it years ago, but now is a good time. But just the regeneration, because when you have all over muscle pain and you have pain pretty much all the time, and I've tried so many different things, I just felt that this is the last option for me, and I'm very, very hopeful that this will work. And obviously it's early days, I'm still in the clinic, it's my last day today, but I've also had so many other therapies that have helped me, and they're supporting the stem cells. So I'm feeling a lot more flexible, I'm feeling, yes, I've got more energy, and tired because I've been lying down a lot. I've had more rest this week than I've had in many years. So all in all, I just feel that the stem cells will go around my body and find places that need help and will hopefully help me. But it's early days and I've got to wait a few months, I think. But the signs are all very good so far.
Was it scary to make a decision to try stem cells?
It wasn't scary at all to make a decision to try stem cells. We've done quite a lot of research, and all the signs from people are very good. There's been lots of testimonials that people have said that they've helped shoulders, knees, feet, MS, so something that's systemic or neurological. And fibromyalgia is a bit of a strange condition in that it falls between sort of neurological and I don't know what really, but it's lots of people think it's not real, and it is very real. I think people now that know about it realise that it's a very real condition that hurts your muscles. And so it was just not scary at all, because as I said before, when I was in pain, when I'm in pain constantly, it's good to try anything.
Did you have the chance to talk to your doctor about the idea of trying stem cells? Or you made a decision by yourself and you didn't talk to anyone, you just decided to?
So I have an orthopedic surgeon that looks after my feet and wants to operate on both my feet. And I told him about stem cells. And like a lot of doctors, unfortunately in the UK, not all, but some, said, don't think it's going to help you. I know somebody that went for them and it didn't do anything for cancer. But I know that it depends on how the cancer's progressed or whatever. It's not going to help everybody. But he was saying, don't waste your money. However, I feel as though it's the best money I've spent so far anyway, and so talking to doctors in the UK is not always a good thing, because they're not always open to more natural remedies, unfortunately.
Have you got a chance to talk to our doctors before coming to the clinic?
Yes, I spoke to the doctor before I came to the clinic.
And did they tell you something about expectations? What to expect and when to expect?
The doctor told me that I may not have any effect at all. I may have a little effect, or I may have a really big effect from the stem cells, and they can either help me a lot or a little. So my expectations have always been that, but as I've said before, it was just worth trying anything.
Talking about your experience in the clinic, how was it for you? Can you please guide me through the process from picking the airport to the procedures, nurses, food, accommodation?
So we were picked up at the airport by a driver, and it was very late at night, so it was very good of him to come out and pick us up. Then we went straight to bed. Our room was absolutely lovely, like a 5-star hotel. It was more like a suite. And we got up the next morning. We saw the doctor, the catering ladies came to see us. I have to say that we have been looked after so well, from the doctors, the nurses, the physio staff, the caterers, the cleaners. admin, everybody has been so kind and helpful, and nothing has been too much trouble. The food has been very good, the care has been excellent. I don't think we could ask for more, and I'll put my husband on there. Do you think so?
No, I don't think so. From the minute that we arrived, we've been so well looked after. It was a breath of fresh air. We were obviously concerned to a certain extent. We were coming a little bit blind into this environment, but the staff seemed to be extremely knowledgeable, very well trained, and they just can't do enough for you.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a problem with communications?
No, because everybody speaks great English.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is anybody in particular that can't speak such good English, I mean, the English is as good as ours, and we're English, but there's always interpreters around, so no problem whatsoever with any language barrier.
Mm-hmm. What are the things that you didn't like in our clinic, or how we can improve our services? Everything, like from doctors, nurses, food and stuff like that.
Okay, we maybe need to talk about this first, because I can't really think of anything apart from the xenon gas, but maybe I shouldn't mention that.
Yeah, well, you should mention, there was just one treatment that was recommended that we had to go to another clinic for, and it didn't agree with Wendy at all. It was not a very nice experience. It was a mixture of oxygen and xenon gas, and she had to have the mask on for half an hour, and it felt she felt delirious after that. So what it shows is that not all treatments suit all people, that's for sure. But as soon as they realised that wasn't really suitable for Wendy, they immediately said, then you don't have to have any more of that. So that they were very quick to react to whatever was required. Certainly we had a very long, in-depth conversation with Professor 𝘗𝘕𝘕, and although his English was not as good as everyone else, through the interpreter, he made us feel very comfortable that he understood the problem, and that he felt confident that he would be able to help. And then he, over the first few days, changed some of the procedures, a little bit more of this, a little bit less of that. And like I say, it wasn't rigid, or it wasn't, well, this is what you've paid for, this is what you're going to get. It was a very flexible approach, and if you needed extra treatment of a particular nature, then they were happy to mix and match to accommodate you. So I don't think that there hasn't been anything really that we've been disappointed with, and we look forward to reporting back over the next few months, and hopefully that will be a positive report.
I hope as well, finger crossed. Would you like to say anything else? Probably I didn't ask you something, but you would like to share with me about something.
I think it has to be said that we've already covered it probably, but the professionalism, the dedication and the knowledge of the staff here is absolutely excellent. And sometimes I know Wendy has been to see various doctors or consultants in the past, and they just didn't get it. They were dubious about symptoms, they were dubious about prognosis. But from the very first moment that we came here, it was obvious that they understood fibromyalgia, they understood what needed to be done to try and get the best results for fibromyalgia, and therefore that in itself gives you a very positive approach to the week that we've been here. So, because sometimes you need to be positive thinking that this will work, because that's half the battle. And certainly they made us feel very, very comfortable and very confident that this was a good decision to make.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. And probably the last question, what type of stem cells did you got?
There was 3 that
I had umbilical stem cells,
Mm-hmm.
the placenta stem cells, and obviously the exosomes, which I think they support. Well, they are still stem cells, but I think they support
Mm-hmm.
the others. So that's the 3.
And as far as I understood you, according to the context, you had physiotherapy.
Yes.
And did you have vitamins infusion to support stem cells?
Yes, I had vitamin infusions, B complex, glutathione. What's the acid?
Anna.
I can't remember the name of the acid.
No worries, no worries.
But the infusions I know help and support. I've had infusions before and it has actually helped me a lot. So I think these infusions here just support the stem cells, and all the treatments here have made me feel great while I've been here. I'm sure they'll be quite temporary, but then the stem cells will take over.
Mm-hmm.
But everything has been positive to help me,
And
be pain-free, really.
And what did you mean by feeling great?
Just my flexibility. I feel my flexibility is so much better. I'm still a little bit muzzy-headed from the gas. But other than that, and I think as well because I'm lying around a lot, I'm resting. I think I'm about to go out into the fresh air, and I think that will help me, and just need to clear my head. But I know that once I do, I will feel fantastic. So it's just been a great experience all round.
Okay.
And I would like to thank the staff very much for everything they've done for me.
Thank you very much.